Millennium Stars.
Welcome to one-on-one up-close conversation with those that would have laid the foundation or contributed in one way or the other towards the development of our rich East Indian cultural heritage. This program is a weekly one-hour presentation produced, directed, edited, and filmed by Navin Laloo, hosted by yours truly, Nermal Gosein. When you know where you came from, it's only then you know where you're heading. Know your culture. Join us this every Saturday right here for your one-hour presentation of one-on-one up-close conversations. Here's an opportunity for you to participate in our weekly competition right about now. There is a picture on your screen. All you got to do is to comment the full correct name on the comment box. The first correct answer will win a one-on-one up-close conversation coffee cup and $200 TT in cash.
जिया गाई तररररम कोई नाच थाना नररम ताना दे रे ताना दीरी ना जिया गाई तररररम कोई नाच थाना नररम ताना दे रे ताना दीरी ना जिया गाई तररररम
Namaste Sitaram, Assalam Walaikum. Welcome to this, our third episode of one-on-one up-close conversation with our stalwarts, icons, and those who have contributed one way or the other to the development of our East Indian rich cultural heritage here in Trinidad and Tobago. It gives me great pleasure to bring on set today with us a woman that needs very little to no introduction. She is a household name. She has created an impact in the classical and Chutney industry. I welcome on set with me today, great pleasure to welcome the queen, the on-the-throne queen of Trinidad and Tobago and by extension the world. Welcome, Ramragie Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Massive. You know, you remind me, when I see you, you know what I remember?
Tell me.
Himalaya Club.
Yes,
Yeah,
the great,
those were the days,
golden
those
days.
were the golden
You know,
days.
Ramragie, I grieve
Yeah.
for those days to come back.
I really grieve too.
Yeah.
I really grieve. But I know that one day, someday, in a very near future, we are working on certain things, and I want you to be on board with us.
Yes.
So that we can have our people enjoy our music once again.
Of course.
Yes,
And you know,
yes.
music is evolving, but at the same time, if this, as we always say on this program, remember the theme of this show is you must know where you came from. It is the only way it will determine as to where we are heading as a people.
For sure. Must know where it came from. Huh,
Quite
Massive?
correct, yes.
Yeah.
Ramragie, tell us, who is Ramragie Prabhu?
Well, Massive, to be honest with you, I can't go nowhere. If people doesn't recognize me and they hear the voice, they say, but that voice, are you Ramragie Prabhu? I cannot hide at all. Even though over 30 years I'm in the limelight,
Yes.
my face probably didn't change for
You
people.
still remain young.
My face didn't change at all.
Yes.
And I would want to tell you that African people know me equivalently just like Indian people.
Yes.
They know Ramragie Prabhu, the Chutney Queen. You're the Chutney Queen, right? That's how they approach me. And you know, Massive, I think I've been there and done it, and I want to see our chutney music, our classical music, Indian traditional music, not die out.
Yes.
Right? We want is something that our forefathers brought from India.
Yes.
Right? And we want it to remain, you know, to propagate it, to preserve it, you know, to promote it. And what you're doing, I am in all support of you, Massive.
Appreciate that.
Right?
Appreciate that.
Anytime you want any initiative or you want my support, you have it 100%.
I know that for sure, Ramragie.
Right.
I wanted to congratulate you on that, and I want to thank you for the continued support you have given to me over the years.
You're welcome. Now, who is Ramragie? I want to tell you, in kindergarten school, right? My father put me in kindergarten school from 3 years old.
Yes.
And the first song I remember singing in school
Before
is...
go there, what year you born? What date did you born? What's your horoscope?
Well, I was born on the 1st of March, 1958.
Yes.
So next year, March, I'll be 60.
You doesn't look like 60. And what's your horoscope?
Pisces.
You're spicy. You're
Yeah,
spicy.
spicy.
That's why you look spicy.
Yeah. Well, you know, they have a saying that a person age, right, is just a number.
That's
you
a
know,
number, quite
right?
correct, yes.
Because I don't see anything that, well, when I check it's 60, but I don't know why 60.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if I sing today I sing a bhajan for Pandit in a Bhandara, my brother Bhandara.
Yes.
And I sing this song. I sing this. Is a Ramragie sing a bhajan for us, and I sing Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyo ko du Kaduri Hare Jai Krishna Hare जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोयन के वनवाला हो फिर तू ही बेरा पारी करो जय कृष्ण हरे.
Wow.
And you know, Baba said, Ramragie, he said your voice didn't change over the years. It's
Yes.
the same way. And I thank God for that
For
too.
that, yes.
I thank the Almighty God for giving me the health, strength, and to, you know, to continue singing for my fans
Yes.
and everybody. And also, Massive, me and you, we have to do a song of unity.
Yes.
And we'll have our African brothers and
Join in
sisters
with us.
join in with us.
Yes.
So, people out there, this program, invite your friends to come on board. Let them look at it because we have much, much more in store for you as the week rolls ahead.
Yes. Well, Ramragie, I would like you to tell our listening audience, because we are being viewed internationally.
Okay.
And several television stations internationally are taking this program to highlight the program, since we are the first to document our artists and our stalwarts and what have you in terms of who you are. So we want to ask you to start from the day that you're born and give us a history coming up from the first song, who is your parent, what's your parents' name, which was the first song you sang, everything coming up the road, and then I will cut in at certain points.
No problem. Well, I was born on the 1st of March, 1958. And from then on, I started singing, listening to my parents. You know, they were singers. As a matter of fact, my mother, she was the chutney queen at that time. My father, he was a classical singer. He was a chautal drummer. He used to sing. He was a drummer in the chautal group, my father, right? And we used to dance. You know, so I am very musically inclined, coming from birth, you know. And my mother and father, I will always remember them, the late, great Draupadi and Samlal Raghunanan of Freeport Mission Road.
God bless the soul.
Yes. And I learned so much from them, not only singing, but a way of life too as well. Hence the reason why we were able to, you know, to maintain our culture and do so much in the spheres of East Indian traditional style of singing.
Well, I would like you to give us a little insight as to which school you would have went to, which is your primary school you attended. I'm sure you would like to thank some of the teachers or hail out or shout out some of your colleagues that went to school there with you and then into your secondary school.
Well, I went to Freeport Mahasabha School, right? And some of my teachers, they were really good singers, like Mr. Maiku, teacher Kunkaran, and teacher Dilip, and so much. And they could, at that time, Massive, you had to be a good singer, know Hindi and everything before you could have get into a Hindu school,
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And because my teacher, I remember my teacher, Mr. Maiku, he will sing, Jai 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 Tripurari, Jai 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 Tripurari, Jai Si Trilochan, Jai Dukh Mochan, Jai He Mangal Kari, Jai 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 Tripurari. And Mr. Maiku had so much a golden voice. And also teacher Dilip. All the teachers, they could have sing. So you could imagine we get in train. I got training from my father and mother and went to Mahasabha school. Then went on to, secondary school, we don't really learn much of that.
Despite of our right.
Yeah.
But
we went...
Well, whilst you would have entered your primary school, can you recall the very first song that you would have remember singing by following your mom to the various community events and so that you would have picked up from them?
Okay. Sakhi sham gaye kaune wo na khabar na lai, ay khabar na lai, khabar na lai, khabar na lai. Sakhi sham gaye kaune wo na khabar na lai.
And I congratulate you on that because, viewers, that was one of the hits in Ramragie's very first album, and it was a cassette at that time, but we come into that. But we want to continue from when you would have entered your secondary school thereafter. What happened after that?
Well, after that, I got married at a young age, because I
Okay.
went to spend holidays up in Touch Road, and this boy...
So wait now, that boy capture you from early o'clock?
That's, yes.
Singing, make that happen or what?
Well, I don't know. And, I was like, I wasn't 17 yet, but, my father had a traditional style of getting, once you're 16, your parents get you married. But I think that was a disposition with me. I shouldn't get married so early. So that's the reason why I supported the bill,
Yes.
the child marriage thing.
Yes.
Because I tell you something, when you're 16 years,
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, you need about 10 more years before you can be an adult.
Quite correct,
Give me a break. 16 years as advantage. So I'm happy that, the government, they took that stand, and now we have a marriage of 18 years.
Yes.
And the boys will be?
Well, the boys are older than that. They're 21.
21.
But I still also think that, from my view, I think the girl should also be 21. Both male and female should be 21.
Well, I don't know why they're rushing this thing. The Russian, the other side, the opposition was saying they want children to marry. And they ain't married in their children young.
No.
They're sending the children off to all different college. They're making sure the children get to become doctors, lawyers, sending them off and make sure. But they're supporting a bill to marry that child at 16 years.
Yes. And before we get into the political aspect of the thing, we want to stick. I want to stick with Ramragie, with who Ramragie is. Especially for our listening audience, and in order to document who our artists really are. So we want to continue from where you would have sang, that song, which you would have did in your first album. But before we get all there, you would have gotten married, and so how many kids you would have had, Ramragie?
Well, Massive, when I got married, right, at the age of 16 years and 5 months, Naresh, my first child, was born
Ramragie
1 year
Prabhu,
after, right? And I had the boys, 4 boys, because my husband wanted a daughter. Unfortunately, no daughters came, and the 4 boys were born from 16 to 24. I had all 4 boys, but I had loved singing so much. I used to rocking in the hammock, I rocking them, making them sleep. And I singing. But we had a big palm leaf tree in the yard, which we do puja with, right? And this pandit see this
Pan ke patta.
And this pandit see this big palm leaf tree with all this big leaves. So he stopped and he says, Sitaram, could I have some of your palm leaf? I said, sure, Baba, go and pick it. And I singing now, and Baba listening. I didn't know Baba was listening to me. And I was singing, Tum hi meri mandir, tum hi meri puja, tum hi devata ho, tum hi devata ho. And Baba listened that so much. And the next time he come back, he say, Betty, you sing so beautiful. Would you like to come when we have service in the mandir? I said, Baba, how come with these small children? He said, I will come when he can't carry you. And Baba really did that. He took me and the children, and there is where I started singing public.
Right, that would have been in Londonville.
In Londonville.
The mandir in Londonville.
Yeah, in Londonville. And when I started singing...
That Pandit name was?
Pandit Krishna Maharaj.
Right.
Yes. And when I started singing public there now, a band member who had a band, and the band name was some Merrymakers or something like that. And the leader of the band came to the satsang.
And that was a popular band back then, the Merrymakers.
The Merrymakers,
Merry Boys.
Yeah.
Merry Boys,
Yeah.
yes.
And when the leader of the band hear me sing, he invited me to come and join the band. And this is how I went and joined the band. When I started singing with the band now, I started singing in the Londonville Mandir.
Yes.
And one day I hear that they had audition for Mastana Bahar in Ramsharan Plaza.
Yes.
But I always want to sing, and I want to always have this yearn to be a big singing star and all of that. I always had that vision and that dream that one day I will sing internationally. But with these 4 little children, you know, I used to think, well, how could I make it? And when I hear that, I run away from the temple and going for the audition. On the first audition when I went, Nari and Hari Mahabir and Shah Mohammed and Moin and all of them. But I sang a film song. I sing हम प्यार में जलने वालों को चैन कहा है या राम कहा हम प्यार में जलने वालों को. You know that song, right? And that was a film song. Nari Mahabir was so happy when I sing that song. But I don't know, I didn't get selected. So next Sunday when I went back to the temple now, I run away again and go. So when I go now, I say, you know what, I ain't get picked with that song. I'm going to sing Chadariya Genie Day. And that is how, when they call up Ramragie Prabhu now, I have on the sari, kneel down in the ground, because there are no pyramid or nothing. I just kneel down in the ground, Moin and Sham there, maestro playing music, and I pull this song. Kabira जब हम पैदा हुए जग हंसे हम रोए ऐसी करनी कार्य चलो हम हंसे जग रोवे. For every time I do that, Sham Moin started a clap. Everybody, the whole audience had a clap. And would you believe I was selected? And I had to sing on the program that week, and I came first. Well, that first was first until I reached the finals. Yeah, when I reached the finals. And for the finals now, I think it's a mistake I made that I changed the song. Because everybody did like the song, And I sing, Sakhi baje pag pe jani, 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 Sakhi baje pag pe jani. Chana na 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 chana na 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 bajere mohan pag pe jani. When I sing that, and you know who's the tabla player, Tony?
Oh, Fat Boy was really good.
Well, everybody say I supposed to come first, but you know in competitions it could be, right? But I did get the name and the fame and everything as a first place winner, right? I placed third, but that was it. And then I started touring with Maestro. Maestro invited me to go to London, 1985. And, well, I never had a rest. It's from one country to the other, from one and these children, with the children, but I was young, and that time I was, I could have jumped from here to over this.
Energetic.
Yeah.
Right. Ramragie, we take a break just about now. After these two commercials, we have a Drupad by Ramragie Prabhu. And when we return, we continue with our conversation with the on-the-throne queen of the world, Ramragie Prabhu, right here.
Trinidad and Tobago, having a party, then turn it up by switching on Swanky Light. For all your lighting effects, for any occasion, we specialize in bar cans, lasers, moving head, fog, etc. Contact us at 358-9305 Swanky Light, where we will light up your world.
Here's an opportunity for you to participate in our weekly competition right about now. There is a picture on your screen. All you got to do is to comment the full correct name on the comment box. The first correct answer will win a one-on-one up-close conversation coffee cup and $200 TT in cash. Welcome back to our one-on-one up-close conversation. Today, our main attraction is the on-the-throne Chutney Queen of the world, Ramragie Prabhu. And just before we went to the break and featured the Drupad by Ramragie Prabhu, she spoke about her touring with Maestro Hari Mahabir, the great late. But now, we want to continue in that 1985 when she would have toured with Maestro. What happened thereafter?
Well, Massive, there was the Indian cultural pageant hosted by Sham, the late Sham Mohammed and Moeen. And in that year, 1985, I won that competition with Lena Nabiji Mori Khabariya, Lena Nabiji Biraha ki Mari Mori Khabariya, Lena Nabiji Mori Khabariya, Lena Nabiji. And that and that year, that was the first year that the late Shah Mohammed had brought out that category as Chutney category. Before it was local song category, where Drupati and Sundar Popo, the late, they all sang on the local song.
Right.
But in the year 1985, when I went and I sing, and the late Moin hear me singing and dancing too, that is what inspired both of them, Sham and Moin, to bring out this category called Chutney category.
Yes, the
and I won the
chutney
yeah, I
category.
won the first Chutney category.
Who accompanied you on the stage when you did that classical chutney songs on the harmonium, dolak, dantal, and so?
You mean on 1985?
Yes.
Well, at that time, it used to be Dev Nanan, Bobby, and Jairam Dindial.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Those were my first three musicians. And
I remember that year in Skinner Park, and boy, oh boy, Skinner Park was too small for the Mastana pageant.
Yeah.
Ramragie sent the crowd in a frenzy. When she hit that stage, I recall that night, people just jumped off their seats.
Yeah.
People were going crazy. And a star was born on that night. And that's, since then to now, she has always been referred to the on-the-throne chutney, queen of the world. Here is a fine example. Look at the clothing, look at the crown. No one has taken it, and nobody could take it from her. Trust me when I tell you that. Ramragie, what happened after you won the classical chutney category of the Mastana pageant in 1985? What transpired thereafter?
Well, Massive, I was so busy with so much fundraisers, We did a tremendous amount. You was in it too. We were just, doing fundraisers throughout the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago. And because people, at that time, there was no Ministry of Ministry of the People.
Yes.
But my little house in Todge Road, everybody used to visit that place. They come for some sort of assistant, sing a 2-song for me. We have a child sick. We house Bundong, this and that. And that was my trend. And the children, you remember?
Yes.
We go in through the length and breadth. Sometimes we get paid for one of the show, 3 shows is free.
Yes.
But we love what we did. And I think that, we made a change. We made a change with respect to, suffering people in this country. And I'm happy that, I think the government of Trinidad and Tobago, they are doing a good job, right? And I thank them for whatever they did and is still doing for me.
Yes. In terms of the cassette that you would have brought out in 1985, I want you to go in depth with that and give us a brief view or overall view as to what transpired in terms of when you bring out that cassette.
Well, Massive, when I brought out that cassette, was with Sadro. Sadro, it was the engineer, right?
Yes.
And the drum, organ, and dantal. That was Dev Nanan, Bobby, and Jairam. And that album, until this day, people is ask Ramragie, you have any one of that people want, they yearn for that album.
Yes.
They love the song. Ai badariya nihar sakhi jhum 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 ke. Ai re badariya nihar, ai re badariya nihar, ai re badariya nihar, nihar sakhi jhum 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 ke.
Give me a piece of Rumal Kaha Payo Sham. That was big from that cassette.
Romal kaha payo sham, maido yalla beli romal kaha payo sham, maido yalla beli romal kaha payo sham. And you know they used to call it the dance, man.
Yeah.
You Massive had a hand. No matter what song play, Massive will make people dance. Yeah.
Yes.
So we was a real good team.
Of course.
Oh,
Those was the
Lord.
golden days, Ramragie.
Golden
I
days,
remember those days. And like I said in the opening, I grieve for those days to come back. I remember, going in shows with Samson Rathe, Kewal Maharaj. I started running shows in 1985 at Planet Cinema, Ramsaran Plaza, Himalaya
lots of
Club.
shows, But you know something massive? We have a good government, and the Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Clarence Rambert.
Yes.
I am planning on approaching him for a parcel of land in the central area where, they have the sugarcane land.
Yes.
And so he could give us a piece of land and we could, try to get some support from business people and make a venue.
Of course, I think
Right?
it's about time. Bujram Hola has got help from a contractor, private contractor, and he has already set up the Bujram Holas cultural center in Cedros.
Right.
And I'm calling on you, the contractors out there, you, the business people. Ramragie has made a sterling contribution to our culture in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm asking to the point that where I'm begging, please, let us cherish Ramragie while she's with us. And let us try to get a cultural center in Ramragie's name. If it means the government must get involved, let us please get a cultural center in Ramragie's name. In Kumoto, we could get a cultural center in Sam Boutram's name. We got to cherish these artists whilst they're with us still. Not when they're dead, you're going to cry crocodile tears and you're going to see how much good you was to them. No, that never work.
Then not only that, they put so much people come into the funeral.
Yes.
But when the artist is alive, you know, take them and use their talent and ability and also support them.
Yes.
You know, support them. And we need a cultural center in Shogunas. We used to have Ramsaran Plaza, but we don't have it anymore.
No more.
You know?
But
so
I am for that. I am for a Ramragie Cultural Center in your area, which is the Palmis area.
Yeah.
Because there's so much you can do personally, Ramragie. I know you're a fantastic cook. Anytime you reach by Ramragie, the first thing you get is a plate of food, you know. She never out of that. But what transpired thereafter when you released that big bomb, that cassette that you did in 1985 after winning the Mastana pageant, the classical Chutney category? Something would have happened for you. You would have started touring. Something started to happen
Well,
thereafter.
Massive, as I said, right? It was so much touring. It was so much touring. Sometimes I hardly home, you know. And I used to worry about the children. So, you know, my husband was supportive,
Yes.
and my family and so on. And I managed to, you know, be both a housewife, a mother, and an artist. It was really tough.
I know
It was
that,
really
yes.
tough. But you know what? I managed to bring our music to where, you know, the standard that we wanted
Yes.
it to be. And now that, you know, because of the crime situation and thing, people is not going out. So if we have a venue, like if we have a venue in central Trinidad, right, and also in the Cedros and wherever, and the venue is fixed for like our, you know, they could use it for anything.
Of course.
And we have a venue, people will feel much safer. Then we will probably arrange a bus, you know, to take
Yes.
people to and from.
Of course.
And, you know, they could hop in a car and so on. We'll have enough parking facilities and things. Oh my God, I wish.
You have a
Because
vision for what you want.
Yes, because in Rienzi Complex, they're charging you $15,000 to you know, to rent the
Oh, it's
venue.
very expensive.
And then the amount of police you have to have there, you can't make it.
Expenses is
That's
too
why
much.
people is not putting out shows anymore.
Yes.
But you know, in the days of Kelvin Ramrad and Basdev Pandey, they used to give up the Renzi Complex for $450.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And if you tell Kelvin, boy, me I no money, you know. Hey, God bless them fellas.
Yes.
They're
I got it
really,
free in the
really-
past.
Yeah, we.
Yeah.
No, well, so
Thanks to Basdev
yeah.
Pandey and Kelvin
Watch
Ramsey.
me, Massive, me and you, we got to be we have to be the shining light.
Yes.
To bring back this type of you know, and not only that, if we're doing it, we could help people.
Yes.
You know how much people want to send their children abroad to study. Some people, they need adult assistant to finish the house. We could do so much.
Because we have done it in the
Fundraising.
past. We have raised so much funds to help
Oh,
people go for operation,
everything.
send children for operation, build mandir, and so much more. Why can't we do it again?
I think that, you know, when it comes to governance, we need to have these issues really, you know, highlighted massive.
Yes, of course.
Let the government, let the Honorable Prime Minister, let the government know that we are not only just Ramragie is a Chutney singer or massive, you know, is producing a program. They must know that we are the pillars, right, and foundation of fundraising and building TNT.
Yes.
We are nation builders.
Well said.
You know,
Yes.
we are nation builders. And nation builders, the government needs to get to them. But I don't know what happened when a government come in power, everybody, all the government is start to hide.
Yeah, yeah.
That is not.
But tell me something, Ramragie. After you released that cassette, and you started touring, well, of course, you started touring here, there, and everywhere. You would have started touring because that album was very big, very popular. What transpired thereafter? Which album you worked on right after that?
Well, after that, well, it's really Chutney we did, eh? We did a lot of Chutney and Maestro Harry Marbu started recording me too as well.
Yes.
And you know the music was out there, and at that time you'd get, if you put on the radio, you will hear Ramragie song, you will hear Massive song, you will hear. But now the disposition that artists are facing, that in the Chutney Soca Monarch GSM show, some of the artists, they are very fortunate to be in the finals and they make millions. So what they do, they buy out the radio station. And when they pay a certain amount of money to the radio station, all their music alone playing.
Yeah, Chutney Mafia.
So yeah, Chutney Mafia is a real mafia thing in the radio
But we
station.
will come to that in a while. But your second album would have been which one?
The second album is when I sing Maestro, Meet Me in the Moonlight.
Right, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, and we record that in the United States, in the Bronx.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's,
you would have came in contact with Mr. Mohan Jaikran, the late great.
yes. And Mohan did that album. Maestro did the music, and Mohan produced that album.
Executive producer.
Darling, you know I'm your lover, 'cause our lives was meant for one another. Secretly we are in love, our heart aches like two doves who long to be alone and make love together. Darling, you know I'm your lover, 'cause our lives was meant for one another.
Beautiful. Tell me something. What was your feelings? Because I recall earlier in the program, you would have told me that whilst growing up, you would have always wanted to be an artist. You wanted that bright lights. But now, after your first and second album, you were touring so much that you would have seen people flooding Calypso City, Soca Paradise, Canada, the UK, Guyana, Suriname, all these places, people coming out there to see Ramragie Prabhu. What was your feelings like?
Well, I'll tell you something. This is a real joke, Massive. We went to Miami to perform in Fort Lauderdale. So this gentleman backstage come and asking the promoters to see Ramragie Prabhu. So they say, well, you can't see she now. But I hear them, I say, no, who is that? Let me talk to them. So the gentleman come and he say, Ramragie, you know something? My wife leave me because of you. I say, why? He said, because every night I have to play your album, the same first album.
Yes.
Sakisha Magaye. And he said, well, you know, you have to play that album every night. And the wife take the radio and everything, and one night she throw it outside. And he say he done with she. He said, Ramragie, I love your music. He said, if I don't hear your music, I cannot sleep. You know, and you know, you feel good about, you know, doing something, because there are people who I do admire too in the field of singing, right? Like the great late Kunj Bihari Singh. He was he was my guru. You know that. Salekram suno binti more yajvardan daya tar pao. Salekram suno binti more yajvardan daya tar pao.
Now, during all that, you would have still, you know, find time to study the Holy Ramayana.
Yes.
And I know you were reading the Ramayana at a specific time. You started, you know, reading the Ramayana at people's home when their loved ones would have passed away and so. Can you elaborate more about your involvement with the Holy Ramayana?
Yeah. Well, that is something I learned with my parents. Yes. My father, he used to read Ramayana. And when he going out to read Ramayana, we want to go. So my father now had a long time car, Kingswood, and he put in all of we inside there. So we used to go and sit near him in a pal. And fortunately, I was the only one who took up, you know, when he reading and translating and everything, I took it up just by listening. Just by listening, I took it up, you know. And after, when I started singing and become very popular, people invite me to Ramayana and so on.
Yes.
And then I started singing bhajans and things. And I say, you know what, let me do katha. One day somebody asked me to come and do a Ramayana satsang for them. And I took out I bought a Ramayana, Ramcharitmanas, and it had the English translation.
Yes.
So that helped me a lot. And then I sing, Navadha Bhakti Kahahu Tohi Pahi Savadhan Suno Dharu Manamahi Shat Dhamashila Bahuti Kari Dharma Niratan Rajan Sajan Dharma Jai Ram Sri Ram Jai Jai Rama Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Ramragie, after these commercials, we take in a Tumri by Ramragie Prabhu, and when we return, we continue right here on one-on-one up-close conversation with the Queen of the World, the on-the-throne Ramragie Prabhu.
Babas Are Us by Devendra Mahabir and Dave Sukram. Located at Navin Trace, Sisters Road, Hard Bargain. For all types of haircuts, marks, shave, eyebrows, and design. So be sure to contact Devendra at 353-8224 or Dave at 783-3747. So be sure to look at your best and check us out at Babas Are Us by Devendra Mahabir and Dave Sukram, located at Navin Trace, Sisters Road, Hard Bargain. Health and Wellness Guru Center for electrode therapy, stroke therapy, rheumatoid arthritis, muscle relaxers, body scans, nutrition. Visit us at Francis Town Homes, Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, next to 2001 Carpet. Contact us at 766-4615 or 392-0012. Health and Wellness Guru Center, Francis Town Homes, Ramsaran Street, Chaguanas, next to 2001 Carpet. Health and Wellness Guru Center, where we take care of you.
Here's an opportunity for you to participate in our weekly competition. Right about now, there is a picture on your screen. All you got to do is to comment the full correct name on the comment box. The first correct answer will win a one-on-one up-close conversation coffee cup and $200 TT in cash.
बसे पवन सलो आए काल तो करी देगे गुंजरे आज काल तो करी देगे काल तो करी देगे गुंजरे आज के अरे गुंजरे
Wow, welcome back to One-on-One Up Close Conversation. Our guest today is the on-the-throne Chutney Queen of the world, Ramragie Prabhu. Ramragie, I am sure you would have some of those special moments you would like to share with us in terms of those clashes you would have had.
Well, the clashes, I always win the clashes. Trust me.
That's important.
I always win the clashes, you know, and it's really real fun, eh?
Yes.
To sit down and sing, you know. You have somebody on stage with their group and your group, you know. My group was Narration My Sons,
Right.
Blues,
Right.
and at that time, and with Mr. Anand Yankar and the late,
Yes.
that was a big clash. I tell you that had so much people that people crying to come upstairs. The
Can
place
imagine.
full upstairs in Ramsrand Plaza,
Yes.
because the clash was with Ramragie Prabhu and Anand Yankaran. And that was a clash.
I am sure you gave him a good licks.
Yeah, well, watch me. And Budram Holas too.
Yes.
Yeah, Budram Holas, me and Budram had a clash in triangle. Well, it's one-on-one with them fellas.
Yes. I remember
you know-
the clash at Ramsrand Plaza because those days you're talking about, Stag was with me, but Carib was with Mr. Moim.
Yeah.
And Stag used to do a lot for me. And even when Anand came into the fro at Stag Kampong, Suresh Sawalia, Brenda De La Rosa, Mr. Peter Winter
Yes.
Roach, all these guys that were there, they were
Mr.
very
Mohammed.
much working close with me, Mr.
Yeah.
Mohammed. And I was very aware of that clash. And I know you shared good licks for Anand Yankaran that day at Ramsrand Plaza. Also at the Triangle in Arangwes, God bless Kumar, Simbunat Kumar, he did a lot in terms of
Yeah.
helping the culture and promoting the culture. And I know Ramragie used to make those men used to look to back out, because I'll tell you something what our viewers may not know. Ramragie Prabhu, when she came into the scene in 1985, people was of the view that Ramragie was just a chutney singer. But little did they know, Ramragie Prabhu, yes, listen to this. Prior to her, they said Lily Ramcharan, Auntie Lily. With due respect, they said Auntie Lily was the most powerful female classical singer that used to battle with any man. Well, I'll tell you this today. When Ramragie Prabhu came into the scene, all their men, you name them, start to back out. Ramragie could sing any style of classical, and proof is our first two items that we would have shown. Our Drupad was our first item, and that was followed by a Tumri. That alone should tell you the capability of Ramragie Prabhu, and it never stopped there, you know. Ramragie could do film songs. She could do calypso. She could do soca. She could do hip-hop. She could do pop. Don't test her. She is good. Ramragie, there's a lot of youths today that is involved in the music, your children as well. But I'm sure you would like to give them some guidance in terms of what they should do, what they should not do, how they should go about in terms of getting involved in this music industry. Because what we are seeing today is that the foundation that was laid by people like yourself and Anand Yankaran, Sam Budram Holas, and all the stalwarts and the icons, even myself, what we are seeing today is that there are those that jump on board thieving melodies from India, going into competitions where they are winning millions. Unfair. It is very unfair to those that would have created, those that would have spent time using a guitar, harmonium, creating melody, writing songs. Listen, I would like to know from you, as one of the stalwarts in this cultural industry, what advice would you give to these artists that thieving these melodies from India and winning their $1 million, $2 million? Most of them, with due respect, cannot sing. Right? Most of them cannot sing. Because anytime you thieving melody and you thieving even boldfacedly, even thieving the lyrics, which is the subtitle, and adding it to a song, as far as I'm concerned, you are a dunce. You cannot sing. Right? And I would like to ask my sister Ramragie, what advice would she give to you all, the younger ones, who is interested in coming into this industry?
Well, first of all, Massive, this episode and this disaster really started when the late when Mr. Shah Mohammed died.
Yes.
Right? When Mr. Shah Mohammed and died, and well, we still had Mr. Moeen, right? But when these gentlemen died, well, everything went just haywire.
Yes.
Haywire. And this Chutney Soka Muna came in. I entered it for the beginning too, but I don't know. He started. The promoter. What he started to do, he started to promote these artists who can sing.
Yes.
And he giving them first. He putting them first, and what they're singing, it is injustice to take $1 million and give it to a man singing these type of lyrics that we hear today.
I fully agree with you.
You know,
Yes.
it is unjust. It is totally injustice. The artists, the contestants, you don't know what they're singing.
Quite
So
correct.
arena,
We need to revitalize
right?
the chutney industry.
Right. We have myself and you, because everybody just give up.
Yes. Do you feel those judges are qualified to sit there and judge a chutney competition?
Well, I don't think so at all.
I agree
Whoever
with
he put to judge and looking at the format of the song and everything, you know, I don't want to go into anybody's song because they win. But if you ask, some of them win. But if you ask somebody, what is the song that win the first prize? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, yes.
You know, like long time now, when I sing Lane and Abiji and I win. Up to now, some people just call me Lane and Abiji.
Yes.
Up to now, they say Genie, Genie. Right? Up to now, people will call names of some songs like Budram now. Budram sings so much good songs. But these $1 million singer and the prizes that they get, and they go in every year. And you notice, they're in the winner's row, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. If they come first, they come in second. If they come second, they come in third. If they come third, they come in second. That is what's going on. That has to stop.
And they continue to destroy.
They destroy.
Our art form, similar to that of the Harichandra dance. And I'm hoping that this art form, classical and classical chutney, doesn't die off the same way. Because one thing Moim used to tell me, he said, nephew, you don't make 10 champions per year. You make 1 per year.
Yeah.
And I always remember him for that. And I always would have taken his advice and applied to promotion. You know, Ramragie, there would have been some special moments in your life that I'm sure you would like to share with our viewers, since this is the only documentary being made on our artists. The day that you go to the great beyond, we want to remember you for who Ramragie really was. And I want you to share with us some of those greatest moments you would have had in your life that you wish to share with us.
Well, some of the greatest moments is when I sang with Hariom Sharan. I chorused him in New York, in Trinidad too. And Anup Jalota, who is my idol singer, Anup Jalota. And I sang with Mehdi Hassan in New York. Yeah, a couple of these big singers from, I wanted to sing with the great Lata Mangeshkar, but I didn't get the opportunity because I really adore her type of singing. And some of these big singers, Dharmendra, Jitendra came to Trinidad, and I had the opportunity to be on stage with him too as well.
Yes.
You know, and in New York, when Amitabh Bachchan came to New York, I was in New York doing my schooling. At that time, I was studying to be a medical assistant. As a matter of fact, I was doing my doctorate.
Yes.
But because my mother passed away, I came home and did not continue. But I am a certified medical assistant with ECG technician, phlebotomist, and I did all of that in the States. Also a certified home health aide. I did real estate in New York. And when I came back, I did radio and television broadcasting right here. Yes. So I have a lot of, the resumes. Yeah, full resumes. And that helped me a lot too. Yes. It helped me a lot in my journey in this life.
Yes.
So, those are the moments when I graduated as a medical assistant in New York. The school took my graduation and they made a commercial out of me receiving my award. They said, because I'm accustomed to the stage,
yes,
I would go and I would smile and take my, and they took my that clipping and they made a commercial for the school. So that when I saw that in American TV, and my friends see it, like even Anna and Yanka and the late, yes, and Budram, all of them see this, Ramragie is you, girl. And that's one of the touching moments in my life, and also so much. There's so much things, Massive.
You would have had a
Yeah.
spin-off with Shorty Eye. You want to
Oh
elaborate?
yes. I'm happy that you remind me about that. Well, Shorty I was doing an album, and he looked for me, contacted me, and he used to come home by me, and we did an album together with his children and so on. And I learned a lot from Ras.
Yes.
Because he tell me, he say, when you hear they go so, when you hear they go so and they following you so, Ramragie, he used to call me Queen. He said, Queen, you take a next road. Do something else. Hence the reason why I branch out in many different areas.
Genres of music.
And genres of music, yeah. I would sing anything like calypso. I have this unity song which I really want to bring it out, and it will be so relevant and helpful. This song for the youths today. So Massive, myself and you, we're gonna work on it. I
Yes.
contacted the Rashoti I daughter, so she have to call me back because I want to include them, because they know me very well, and we're gonna do this song, and I'm gonna sing 2 lines for you. So let's live in unity, here in TNT. Our beautiful country is for you and me. We need a new direction for our future generation, for the youths who have gone astray. They must now put down the gun. Unity is power that will break the barriers so that they will understand we are all human.
Powerful lyrics.
Yes.
You know, Ramragie, when you hit that stage, one of the things I would like to ask you before we wrap up, you always was energetic. When you hit that stage, it takes very few people to dance and sing at the same time. The people who used to actually do that was more of the Harichandra dancers, the Nagara dancers, the Sarwan Kumar dancers. But you, being the first female singer that hit that stage, you would have kicked away your slippers many a times after move your slippers and put it one side. And Ramragie, where would you have gotten that energy? What drive you to entertain the audience different from the rest of people that was accustomed sitting behind the harmonium?
Well, Massive, to be honest with you, I think it's a bardan.
Yes.
Brahma ki bardani Ravan mare na mare. I think it's a bardan that I got from Mahasaraswati, from God. That that I could do so much things with a song and sing and dance and perform. Everybody is always amazed to see Ramragie's performance.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that that is really a bardan, a gift from God.
And I congratulate you on that.
Yeah.
In closing, we'd like to get your final comments.
Well, my final comments is I want to specially thank you, Massive, for taking this, this time to put out this program, to air this program together with your cameraman,
Navin, Laloo, and our
Laloo,
production team. Yes.
and our production team. But ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman I sit here next to me. He say I am talented. He is more talented than me. So you all going to see so much things that you will remember and be happy. Remember the old time days. So we're going to bring back the old time days. Bring back the old time ways. Bring back the old time chutney. Bring back the old time chutney. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Ramragie,
it was a pleasure.
I want to thank you on behalf of our production team. Navin Crackshot Laloo is the man spearheading our production team, and this is the first of its kind. It's been aired in different parts of the world. I want to thank all those that has given time to helping us with this program by giving us airtime on your television station worldwide to air this program. This is our aim and objective with this one-on-one up-close conversation, to revitalize once again, aside from our commentary, the first of its kind ever to be recorded in the history of our East Indian music. Once again, join us next week when our guest will be the Komodo Lion, Uncle Sam Budram. Ay, lalana!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sam Budram. You should recognize me by now, the Komodo Lion. Join us this Saturday, 7 to 8 p.m. right here in this same spot.